Welcome back. Well, it seems like everyone can relate to this problem. I know I can. A garage that's become a virtual landfill of family junk. Well, the Maffetone family of Manalapan, New Jersey, asked for our help in turning their wasted space into a functional place. So we sent along professional organizer Amanda Sullivan to the rescue.
Hey, Sandy, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming.
So what's the situation?
Well, I got rid of my husband 15
Great.
minutes ago,
All right.
and he has no idea that we're making over the garage.
He's going to be so surprised.
Yes, he will.
Great, so let's see the garage.
Well, I don't know if you can call it a garage. It's more like a garbage dump.
Oh, well, we'll fix it. Come on.
Sandy faces the same problems that most families do. Some of the common mistakes are creating a dumping ground for kids' toys and bikes, not utilizing your wall space properly, piling materials on shelves in no particular order, and not bothering to label and categorize your items.
We have our work cut out for us.
We sure do.
Your husband's coming home in just a few hours. I've got some friends who can help.
Great.
How you folks doing today? I'm Tom with Lowe's Heroes, here to assist you in your garage makeover.
I'm James.
I'm Freddie.
I'm Steve.
I'm 10.
And we're Lowe's Heroes!
All right, men, it's time for Operation Garage Organization. Let's do it. Go! 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 Yeah!
Now that my heroes are here, we're going to start phase one, and we're going to get everything out, and it's going to be a fresh start.
Great. Fresh start is what I need.
As we are emptying the garage, we are entering phase 2, sorting our materials into 3 piles: garbage, giveaway, and keepers.
Is this something to give away?
So this was all sports equipment.
And here's more garbage. Was this garbage too, the fishing rod?
Yes.
So we've completed phase 2, sorting the materials. We have our pile of keepers, we have our pile of giveaway, and we have our great pile of garbage. And thanks to our heroes, we've achieved our goal of an empty garage and a fresh start.
Well, Amanda Sullivan is here with us right now, and in a couple of minutes, we're going to come back and see what you were able to do in just a day. I got to admit to you, I got to confess, I'm the disorganized one. My wife is very organized.
Right.
I'm the one who opens the door of the garage, throws something in, and closes it again before it can fall out. Why is that? Why do we all
Out
tend
of
to
sight,
do that
out
with
of
the garage?
mind. You know, you throw it in there, you forget about it. One rule of thumb that's good to remember is in with the old, or in with the new, out with the old.
That's a good.
My son is 4 years old. He already knows if he gets a new toy, he has to get rid of one. And if he can learn it, believe me, anybody can learn
And
it.
that's very smart, because we have old things. We have old surfboards that are
Right,
so little
right.
that nobody can use them anymore,
Yeah,
but we still have
down
them
the block
stacked
to
up in there.
Susie, you know, whoever, you pass it on.
You've got a suggestion that you should have a box basically ready for
Always.
things. How's that work?
You have a giveaway box in your garage, and when you say, you know, nobody's gonna ride that surfboard again, you know, you put it in there, and then every once in a while you go to the Salvation Army. My son already knows to put stuff in the box, so he'll try on a pair of pants, they're too short. He says, Milo, who's our friend down the block, he puts it right in the box.
Small pants go to Milo.
Exactly, small pants
But
go
that's
to Milo.
very smart, because I'm sure you'll have neighbors, everybody has the little bike there that you can't use anymore as you've grown up,
So,
give it to the
when
neighbors.
Henry got his new bike, we gave the tricycle to the girl down the block. That's just, you know, it's easy.
How
Move it
about,
out.
how about getting the kids involved from the beginning? What's the value
So
of that?
important, because you can't expect them to put things away if they can't reach where it goes. If you have all the balls stored 5 feet above their head, how can you hope to have them do it? And if you get them involved in the organization, then they feel a part of it. So if they are part of planning the solution, and you know, sometimes you think they should throw out certain things, that's not what they think they should throw out. So they're actually willing to throw out more than people realize, but not necessarily what you want. But if it's their toys, you got to let them decide.
So you make them part of the process and see how it works.
Absolutely.
Well, we just saw the before pictures, and we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to see the after pictures. You'll be astonished. Stay with us.
Coming up next, our garage.
All right, we are back. So before the break, our organizational whiz, Amanda Sullivan, was sent to make over the Maffetone family's garage. After a hard day's work, will they finish in time for Dad to pull his car into the newly organized space?
We started our garage makeover with phase 1. We emptied everything out for a fresh start. Then we went to phase 2. We sorted our materials into keepers, giveaway, and garbage.
Our Lowe's heroes were hard at work. One of the most important things is having shelves and storage units.
So now we're ready for phase 3, and your husband's gonna be home soon, so we've got to really get a move on. You and I are gonna go to the keeper pile, and we're gonna organize it. We're gonna set it into categories so that when they're done with the wall unit, we're ready to put it right in there.
Look at this mess. I don't even know where to begin.
Got a bucket and shovels for you.
All right, more sporting equipment.
You know, you might want to just keep the 2 baths.
And put the bad
And I'm
stuff
gonna
with
put
the
it with the
kids'
rackets,
sporting
yep.
equipment there, with the rackets. That's tools. I want you to separate and put whatever balls are garbage in here, and the keepers go in here.
When sorting through your keeper pile, divide it into categories. Some suggestions are auto, garden, recycle and garbage, sports, and tools.
Now that our heroes have completed building our new storage, we can take our keeper pile and put it away in its new home.
And that brings us to our 4th and final phase. Give everything a new home.
We're done.
And it looks amazing.
Don't forget to utilize wall space. This is the most overlooked and underused area in any garage. Labels are a great tool for getting your family to put things back where they belong. And here's a tip I love. Use clear storage bins so you can find what you're looking for.
Remember, Allie and Jack, the whole garage makeover was done to surprise Sandy's husband.
He's going to be so excited. This is Amanda Sullivan.
Hi.
My husband, Mike.
I am an organizer, and Living It Up with Allie and Jack sent me here so that we could organize your, want to show them?
Your garage.
Remember what the garage looked like before?
And these are our heroes from Lowe's. Oh, God. They did all the hard work.
Look at this. This looks great.
Look, they
I've
look
been
able
trying to do
everything.
this for weeks, months.
Weeks, years, for years.
Is what I heard.
Oh, God. Thank you.
They worked really hard. No, thank you guys.
Thank you.
What do you think? I get it.
Thank you, Allie and Jack. This is the first time I can park my car in the garage in over a year. Way to go, guys.
What an astonishing difference. Well, I want you to welcome the very proud owners of that magnificent garage. Mike and Sandy Maffetone are here with us now. Now, Mike, I think you were like me, because my garage looks like the before until my wife straightens it up after. Were you surprised when the door came open and you saw what it looked like?
Yeah, when I pulled in the driveway and I saw my family and the camera there, my first thought, could it be that I'm going to get my Jaguar finally? And no, instead it was a very good consolation. My garage was all cleaned out and organized. I was very, very happy.
At least now you have room for your Jaguar. When you get
that's
that,
right.
that'll be the
That's
next
right.
present.
That's right.
Were you astonished at what they were able to do in the span of a day?
They were amazing. They did so much in the few hours that they were there. I mean, there was so much garbage in there that we collected over the 11 years that we've been in that house. And it was amazing. We got rid of, I think, half the stuff.
But
that
you
was
don't
in that
realize
garage.
how much you're accumulating,
Oh, my
especially,
God.
if you have
With
kids
3
and things
kids
and stuff.
and we were there 11 years, so
Yeah,
we
that's right.
accumulated quite a
Well,
lot.
It looks astonishing. It looks wonderful. Now the trick is, can you keep it that way? And that's not easy, but at least you got a head start on all that. Now, speaking of head starts on things, Amanda, we've got some additional tips that you're going to give us here for organizing your garage in addition to the wonderful stuff that you did there. Tell us, let's go down the line this way. First of all, what's this and how do you use it?
This is just a toilet paper holder that you could get at your hardware store, and this is a great way to store tape, and it won't take up all the room in the drawer. You've got all your colors there. It's also to think about things in different ways.
Pop it on a wall, you can put all sorts of things on
You could put masking tape, whatever, and those take up a lot of room.
Now, tell us about this.
This is just a knife strip, also a few dollars from a hardware store, and you could put your tools on it if you aren't somebody who has an enormous amount. Get them out, off of the shelf.
So you don't have
out
a
of the
huge
drawer.
toolbox or
Right,
or
they're there.
a
They're
desk
easy.
with
They're
it, you put it
handy.
right
You
here.
don't have to fumble with little hooks that always fall out.
Yeah. All right. Now, and you've got some other tips
I
for us
love
here.
these.
Talk about
These are just film canisters that you always have lying around, and here's a way to use them. So they're free, and you can just put your screws, your nails, whatever little
And mark
things.
them, 1
and
inch
they're marked, and
screws
then you
in
can put
this,
them in a
1.5
drawer, and they're
here.
all organized.
Okay.
Label maker is the greatest. I mean,
Yeah,
a
that-
label
that's
maker.
pretty essential.
It's the only thing I
it's
invested
the
in
only way
when I
this
started my
works,
business.
right?
And yeah, exactly. You label everything. Your family will be able to put it back in the right place because everybody will know where everything goes.
Right.
Every home should have one.
All right. Now, we have some things up front here, too.
Right, these are some bins. There's so many different kinds of storage bins they make now, different sizes, different colors. If you want, if it's in a garage, you don't care what it looks like, you might want to go with clear because then you can see what's in it. But maybe some people like to do color-coded, so you could choose a color and say, this is kids' toys, green is gardening, do it like that. So you have a lot of different options, and you see the label maker got used to label them.
And now they make them that they're stackable.
You can stack
You can buy
them
the
if you
drawers
don't
that
have-
are stackable.
And you can get
everything.
little ones to put on a shelf with
Last
little,
quick tip, if somebody out there wants to get started, what's the best advice you can give
First thing to do is start throwing out. The first
Okay.
thing you want to do is go in there, throw out, and you got to keep it simple. If you're not naturally organized, you don't want to make a really complicated system. You just want to keep it really simple.
One that you can live with, but
One that
still
you can
gonna
live
work
with,
for you.
right.
Well, our thanks to the folks at Lowe's because they did some wonderful work there in the span of just a day. Mike and Sandy, thank you very much. Good luck, and maybe that Jaguar will show up in that very clean garage sometime. Amanda Sullivan, a pleasure. Did a great job. Thank you very much.